with Kyle Evans. Grow with Kyle Evans.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the internet. Happy Friday, whatever you're into. Finish strong. If your name is Marcus Heflin, welcome back to the G.R.O.W show. Marcus, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. Excited for today, man. We got a little remix for him with some good material. Y'all buckle up because it's about to get fun today as we finish strong on this Friday. You got to earn that weekend. Week ain't over.
That's it, man. That's it, guys. We've been talking about Jay Papasan's rookie real estate agent for a couple weeks now, and so it's like, let's give him an intercession. Let's give him a break in the middle here. We're feeling kind of contemplative today, a little reflective, a little wise, if you will. So we have the great idea of what we're going to do. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, the deep South, if you will, the Bayou State. And I said, what would be fun, Marcus? I'm going to give you old Cajun wisdoms, and then you're going to give your Marcus modern interpretation on that. So just like you, ladies and gentlemen, he will be also hearing these for the first time, and you will get to see his live reaction and interpretation of some of these wisdoms. And I trust that maybe one or two of them you will take and keep, and it will serve you great this month.
This should not be a live show, but let's go. Let's do this.
Should not be. And yet here we are. We're going to start off easy. Don't bring a butter knife to cut a gator hide.
Yeah, so I would imagine it's talking about bringing the right tools or skills for the project, as opposed to maybe coming in a little unprepared, if we will.
That's great. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to bring a butter knife to cut a gator hide, guys. They're hot.
Wouldn't want to
They're
do that.
hard.
Yeah, I mean, they're armor. I mean, it's armor. Butter knife ain't gonna do nothing.
And how many times do we do that in real estate?
Yeah. Oh, we are going to talk about real estate. That's right. Okay. I'm so focused on. Yeah. Yeah. Well, how often are we doing that by default? Because we just simply didn't practice, right? Our butter knives may be that script, the only script that we've made up one time and it worked halfway, and we haven't actually practiced the most successful. Let's keep going.
See, you landed that plane quick. You got it. You're on it. Here we go.
Thanks,
This
man.
is one of my favorite ones, and it's so close and near to my heart. Marcus, even a crawfish walks backwards before it finds its way.
That's sometimes you got to do things different in order to find out where you want to go, or maybe hey, half the journey is figuring out that the steps backwards are part of the dance. So I think that's part of, maybe that is in alignment.
Setbacks aren't failures.
God, my bad. There we go.
Sometimes just part of finding your way, man. Part of finding your way. Here you go. Here's a good one. And I think this is good for the market right now. Don't try to drain the swamp with a teaspoon.
I ain't got that one, man. What you got? What you got? Like, don't try to drain the swamp with a teaspoon.
Big action, big things, big tasks.
Got it. Okay.
Big challenges, big storms. They require big effort, not little ones.
All right. Got it.
Got it. This is good. I love it. All right, here we go, guys. Another live Cajun wisdom for Marcus, man. And this one's to my instant gratification people out there. A watched pot don't boil, but an unwatched roux always burns.
Unwatched roux?
A watched pot don't boil, but an unwatched roux always burns.
Like it.
For clarity, a roux is like the base of a gumbo or a sauce, and you take some flour and you cook it to whatever color and flavor you want. A watched
Yeah.
pot don't boil, Marcus, but an unwatched roux always burns. It's like a game show.
I'm getting Roo down because I went kangaroo, and you're definitely not Australian. So yeah, my bad for that. An unwatched pot doesn't, or a watched pot doesn't boil, meaning that if we just watch it and don't take action, nothing's going to happen. I got that part. A watched Roo always.
An
Oh, oh,
unwatched roux.
oh, oh, because you have to stir it and you have to keep movement going and you have to be in it. Got it. Got it. Training wheels right here. I'm catching up.
That's it, guys, ladies and gentlemen. You got to understand that water is going to boil when water boils. You watching it, you looking at it, you staring at it, you hoping that it boils faster, ain't making that pot boil any faster. But let me tell you something, if you ain't paying attention to the right things that you're supposed to be paying attention to, they're going to boil. Patience in some things, attention in others. A watched pot don't boil, but an unwatched roux always burns. And if you ever made a gumbo and got distracted and had to start over again, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Marcus, here's one for
Hold
judging
on.
your.
Hold on. Let's take a second. Let's take a second right now. We went from me being completely confused to the explanation being amazing. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, should tell you your interpretation of intelligence is only as good as your interpretation of the actual language or the sayings, because that sounded not intelligent. And yet the meanings and everything were spot on. So somebody that gets it because they know that saying and they know what it means, they got all those lessons real fast. Meanwhile, I had to sound it out. So I just wanted to take a second there for a moment. Yeah,
You
I like.
know, some perception, like you said, some of the wisest, smartest people I know never graduated high school.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's a great book called Lessons from a Third Grade Dropout, where a guy talks about the wisest person he knew was his dad, but he never graduated third grade. So this is it. This is some of these Cajun wisdoms here, Marcus. Here you go. Every fisherman tells tales, but that boat don't lie.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You're either bringing in the catch or you're not, man. Don't tell me about it. Be about it.
Don't talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. Be about it, man. Here you go, Marcus. When the bayou rises, even the tall grass gets wet. When the bayou rises, even the tall grass gets wet.
Is that akin to all tides? What is the other saying?
Rising tide raises all ships.
Is that it?
It's close. It's pretty much the antithesis of that. It's the opposite. It's hard times don't spare anybody.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I like that one. I
You
like that
know,
one.
kind of like you lay down with dogs, you're going to get fleas.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here you go. And this is
Mm.
if the gumbo's good, everybody shows up hungry.
If you got value, if you've got something to bring to the table, people gonna show up. Build it and they will come.
That's right. Guys, if you were sitting here saying, man, no one wants to work with me and all this stuff and blah, 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 instead of taking that victim stance, let's take the victor stance and say, hey, maybe my gumbo just ain't good enough yet.
Yet.
You like this so far, buddy? This is
I'm,
nice.
I'm kind of. I don't know how I'm showing up, but you're doing great.
Here you go. You don't fatten a hog by weighing him every day.
Okay. Yeah. So that's maybe analysis paralysis. Maybe that's a little bit of like you got to do the thing for long term and don't worry about necessarily all the details along the way. Like just once you set it, go with that plan, and then see the results long. God, you're making me sound bad today, and I'm here for it because I'm
I
learning.
love this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's
People
kind of
are either
what I
tuning
hear.
out or locked in.
Yeah, what I'm hearing is like people on a weight loss journey, if they get on that scale every day, it becomes more demoralizing than anything versus do like week by week or month by month weigh-ins. Okay, there I am. There. Okay, cool.
Progress takes time.
There it is.
Progress takes time, right, guys? You don't fatten a hog by weighing them every day. You ain't going to get the $1 million business by studying it every day and breaking it down every day. Like, it's going to take time on task over time.
Sir.
This one goes out to Jordan Parr, and you'll probably understand. If you follow every frog croak, you'll never find the bull gator. If you follow every frog croak, you'll never find the bull gator.
I'm glad you said it and not Jordan. And that means if we're chasing multiple things, we'll never catch one.
Mm-hmm. Don't get distracted, ladies and gentlemen. We got to focus on what matters. Here's one that I probably should have heard more often than not, and yet here we are. Don't stick your hand where you can't see the bottom. Don't stick
Maybe
your hand where you can't see the bottom.
maybe maybe have a target before you take that first step. Maybe get a direction. Maybe get clarity on a goal before you go after anything. I don't know, man. I'm reaching. What's that thing called when you put your hand down the hole to get a catfish? What was that?
Noodling.
Noodling. That's it. That's it.
Dude, yeah. Well, that's kind of part of it. It's like you don't, because those same holes where the catfish hide, alligators, snapping turtles hide there too, and they will just knock that hand right off your body. Don't stick your hand where you can't see the bottom. Be careful making decisions without appropriate information.
Yeah, I missed that one.
Be careful making decisions without doing your research, guys, because guess what? Just where you think there's a catfish, you're coming out with a couple less digits on the hand because an alligator turtle got you.
I'm just not showing up well.
I think you're doing great. So careful of that limiting belief there.
Thanks, man. What you got next? Go.
A full net don't mean you caught the right fish.
Oh, yeah. I got that one. There's perceived success versus actual success. So I think you can be a lot of things and even be on stage telling people how awesome you are at things, and yet that doesn't necessarily mean you caught the winning prize. How many successful people have a miserable family? How many successful people have a miserable mental? You know what I mean? So what is the real prize at the end of the day? I bet it ain't more houses. I bet it's freedom of choice with your family and all that good stuff.
You know, I was talking to a potential new coaching client yesterday, and I said, "What do you want?"
Mm.
And he said, "Oh, this, that, and the other." So what's important about that? I said, "I don't know." I said, "So do you really even want it?" I said, "Well, I don't know. I've never been asked that." I'm like, "Okay. Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna guess that you've probably plateaued for the past year or two." And he said, "Yeah, how'd you know that?" I said, "Because you don't know what you want.
Yeah,
Because you don't know what you want."
that's it,
Gotta
man.
know, man. Perceive success, guys. Full net don't mean you caught the right fish.
And it's one of those too that the whole audience may be singing your praises about that full net. But you
Mhm.
know, you know deep down that ain't really what you're chasing.
Here's a good one to all my people out there looking at that calendar, watching the days go by. When the fiddler plays, you better dance. The song don't last forever.
I like that, man. I had one this morning that I read because I believe that's talking about being present. Is that correct?
It's talking about being present and saying that opportunities are temporary.
If you were reading a book that you couldn't turn the page backwards, like you couldn't go back a page, how carefully would you read that book? That's life.
I saw you post that this morning, and you said it on the show before, and I was like, man, that's a good one.
Yeah.
How carefully would you read a page if you knew you couldn't go back and read it again?
I use that mindset, and when I'm doing the boring thing, me and you talk about boring Saturdays every weekend, and when I'm doing the boring things after, and Copeland's just chilling, like we're doing nothing, and yet when you're fully present, you're doing something, and it's pretty
Mhm.
it's pretty cool. I only get that moment once, man.
That's it, bro. It's only right now. Be careful of that because that song ain't playing forever, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, if you can't laugh at yourself, don't worry. The whole bayou will do it for you.
If you can't laugh at yourself, don't worry. The whole body will do it for you. I think that's open to interpretation. A couple things, like
All of these are.
yeah, right. Keep life light. Don't take yourself too serious, right? Maybe
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. It's, humor keeps you grounded, man. Like,
Yeah,
if you can't laugh at yourself, you can't laugh at anything. Stop taking yourself too seriously. Guys, don't take life too seriously. No one gets out alive.
that's it. That's it.
Here's one for my people out there who might feel like they're struggling. Sometimes the storm don't pass. Sometimes you just got to learn to dance wet.
Okay. Okay. Maybe some of us are waiting for times to get better before we actually start enjoying life instead of enjoying what's right in front of us and finding the good in the storm.
Nothing will ever be perfect.
We created a core memory, bro, 2 weeks ago, and it was raining. It was one of those gross Saturdays. We went out on the front, and me and Coco were just playing in puddles, bro. And that beat the couch, that beat the arts and crafts. She giggling. We got it on video. Core memory made. Maybe not for her. I dug it though. Right. So how do you take advantage of each day? I love that one.
Guys, here you go right here. Don't wrestle with a gator in his own swamp. Don't wrestle with a gator in his own swamp.
I don't even know if that's a Cajun. That's just good. That's just good rule for life. If I'm find your arena, maybe that's it.
Yeah, man, find your arena. What do you do well? Go do that. Stop trying to
Yeah.
be everybody else. Stop trying to do all the other things. Like, ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work. Marcus, if you don't salt the pot, don't complain. It's bland.
I take that. I take that as if you are only watching, don't complain about the show. And what I mean by that is if all you're doing, Matthew McConaughey said this, his dad only let him watch 30 minutes of TV because he'd look him straight in the eyes and be like, why the hell are you going to sit on the couch watching people do things? You
Mm,
get up and go do things yourself. And that kind of reminds me of it.
dude, yeah. You get out what you put in, man. The victorious person is always the one in the arena.
Yeah.
Loss or fail, the victorious person is always the person in the arena, not the one on the sidelines. If you
There's
ain't
a
salt in the pot, don't complain that it's bland.
there's a lot of people right now who might be in their head about whether or not real estate is a long-term play, especially some of the teams out there. Rainmakers, the whole thing, because not only are they got to put food on their table, they got to put food on so many other people's tables, right? And in a tough market like this, maybe a lot of people in their head, guys, weather this storm, jump in, be all in, because I promise you, when this thing shifts again, oh, baby, you're going to look like a hero. You are going to look like a freaking genius. As long as you're willing to look like you are broke and desperate and struggling for about a year. And if you're willing to do that, you'll live like most can't.
You live like most can't. Guys, rounding this out, by the way, Chris commented, Marcus and Chris is definitely from the Bayou. He said, this is hard to watch in the best way possible.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Y'all
All
just
right,
wait till
guys.
next Friday. We're going southern next Friday.
I'm about to fire some shots here, Marcus. As we're ending this up, I had to make it fun and then really punch him in the feels here. A lazy fisherman blames the bayou. A lazy fisherman blames the bayou.
Take ownership, not victimhood. Get up in the game. The only reason why you're not getting what you want is because you're not putting out what you need to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, a lazy agent blames the market.
Yes, sir.
Mm. Mm-mm. All right, Marcus, last one of the day.
Thank God.
Even a gator looks small from far away. Even a gator looks small from far away.
Time and distance make problems seem small. Woo! Ended with a strong one, baby.
Right, dude. That's right. Time and distance makes these big problems seem much smaller. Give yourself some time, give yourself some distance, and even a big gator will seem tiny the further you get from it. Man, another thing that I take from that one is it's easy to judge how small problems people might have from your perspective.
Love that. If you're not in it, if you're not feeling the emotions, if you're not have literally in their shoes, I don't know how much we can actually judge. So take it all in. I like that one. That's a
That's
good
it.
one to end on. Thank
See,
you.
that's
Thank you.
it, guys. I hope you people out there enjoyed a little Cajun wisdom on this Friday and got to watch Marcus get a little sweaty as he processed them live for all of you.
We
Take
lost
some of this.
we lost viewers today. We lost viewers today.
Hey, well, you know what, Marcus? I'll end on this one. I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but I'm someone's bowl of gumbo.
Dang right. Happy
That's
Friday,
it.
everybody. Let's go get it.
See y'all later.
Grow with Kyle Evans.